Hello everybody and welcome to this new video. Today we're gonna do an HHP build and we're gonna do the apparel shop. I was working myself up to 33 home because I needed the app and one of the things left to do was the apparel shop. So let's jump right in. Here you can see me choosing the outside of the apparel shop. Yeah, now we're on to wallpapers and flooring. Just trying to figure out what the best wallpaper was, and I ended up with the gray shelving wallpaper. And I opted for a brick floor because I want this apparel shop, the feel of this apparel shop, to be really rustic, kind of regal maybe. At least high-end shopping, where the more richer people tend to shop. I don't know how I ended up with this theme, but it just came to me with the curtains in the back and I don't know, all the brown tones. It just kind of made sense to me. It's really hard to explain how my process within this game goes. I don't know what goes through my mind whenever I start a build like this, with no certain theme at the start. I just accumulated a whole bunch of items that would fit the same color scheme, like the brown tones. And here I am looking for the counter tables and I had an incredibly hard time finding them. Like at first I put the catalog to alphabet and I was just on the absolute incorrect letter, so I had to scroll all the way back up. It was messy. But we got there in the end. We found what we were looking for. And I promise you, the rest of this build is a lot more smooth sailing than looking for those countertops. But yeah, now I'm just working on the register area, where you go to pay for all the items you've bought. Clothes and the display and the shopping basket, regular stuff you would find in any shop, in this case it's an apparel shop. Or maybe I can create like a curtain partition at the back, to give the idea that there's still more to the back to this shop, But I didn't really end up liking that, so I figured, well, why not make a changing room with the curtain partition? And to enclose it, I used a partition wall. I would have loved if I already had the wooden pillars as well, but I haven't unlocked those because I can't be bothered to deliver the materials for that. And then I was like, okay, we need something on the other side of this wall. And I don't really like the standard clothing rack that are in the game. So I was like, okay, well, why not go for the display cases? And I think this is where I ended up with the more high-end shopping theme. And I was like, okay, let's put these mannequins in the white display case, but turns out you can't do that, which is a shame because that would have been amazing. But yeah, now I'm just working around this problem and finding another place for them to sit. I would have loved if I could have just centered those, but yeah, that's not how HHP works. Every item has a certain tile, and apparently you can't put those on a half tile. Of course, we need some more clothing stack. And now I'm trying to figure out what to put here in the middle. At first I was like, okay, let's put the merchandise table in there, you know, to put some more stuff on, like, again, the clothing stack. I didn't really like how that was looking, so I ended up with a glass showcase. Now we're just trying to find items that we can use to put in the white display cases. And at first I was like, okay, let's go for a little bit of antique too, you know, to make it, you know, so much clothing inspired. But yeah, I didn't really like that, and you're gonna see that in a minute. First I was like, okay, let's put this vase in. It didn't come in the colors I wanted, and then I realized, well, I can always put in some clothing, you know. So I did that. Here I'm just looking for hats that would fit the theme, and I ended with the straw boater and the plain paperboy cap, and I think we're also gonna put in some shoes. Not those. No, we're gonna go for the loafers. And then I wanted to fit in a seat there, and I was running out of room, so I had to move the display case a little more to the back. And here I am putting in some more baskets because, you know, that's a shot. And I was like, okay, we need some more back. But I didn't really like the apparel ones. And the brown paper bag felt like a little too big. So I ended up going for one of the shopping bags. And this is me trying to figure out what rotation it looked better in. And I was like, okay, yeah, we need something in the back, like a rug. And then I saw these wooden tiles, and I was like, okay, yeah, that could work, until I realized how small they were. Find something else to fill in the back. Maybe we can put down some more boxes or something. So I ended up doing that. And I also again realized that you can't place anything on there, not even the cardboard box. So I was like, okay, in that case we'll just put a display case in the back there. And this is the only item that I'm gonna place in there that's not clothing related. I was like, this is gonna be a really priced possession. If anybody wants to buy it, go ahead, but it's gonna be hella expensive. So yeah, I think we're detailing it up now. I'm just trying to find some more things that I can display. And then I was like, okay, the floor items are done. Let's work on the wall because it's looking a little bit bare. And I was like, okay, we have this fitting room that I created with a curtain partition and the partition wall. And I was like, okay, how clever would it be if I were to put some clothing there on the wall to, empathize that somebody is maybe trying on clothes back there. So yeah, I ended up going for maybe something a little basic. And I was like, oh yeah, these lamps would really fit in here. I did put one above the clothing there. And I ended up going back in, to remove it because I was like, nah, felt a little too high up, doesn't really fit with the clothing. And I was like, okay, I need a painting. But the one I put in first was just a little bit too small for my taste, but I did really like the colors of it. So I was like, we need to work that in somehow. And I didn't really like how these two paintings by themselves looked. So I was like, okay, let's see if we can maybe make a collage of all of these paintings. And this is where I decided, okay, no, it's too high up. It needs to look different. And that's why I ended up putting the wall planter there. And I really like how this collection looks like. And the last thing we're gonna put in is a welcome sign, if I can find it. Yes, there it is. Also in those lovely brown tones. And now the last thing to do is lighting. The chandelier that really makes it look more regal. But I didn't really like the gold, so I ended up going with the candle one after all. Now, I know that's really hazardous in a clothing store to put a candlelit chandelier on the ceiling, but it's Animal Crossing. We can do whatever we like in here. Yeah, I also put those two pendant lights above the counter. And then I was like, okay, we need something above this curtain partition to make it appear a little higher, because the curtain partition was maybe a little bit too low. So I ended up putting those, I don't know what they're called, but those curtain thingies in front of it. And here I'm struggling with putting this sign exactly where I want it. I wanted it to really touch those display cases. Now I'm just scrolling through this one last time. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to stay updated on future uploads. Be sure to check the notification bell and you will never miss another video of me. And now I'm gonna leave you with a montage of the finished product. Enjoy! Oh, and there you go. This was the end of this build. Just making a picture for my photo book. Well, bye bye. I'm gonna go do some shopping now.